From Nebraska, Senator Republican Deb Fischer. Senator, thank you for being here. So is it time for federal action to find out where these funds are coming from, who's behind all these demonstrations?
Well, when we see these anti-Semitic attacks on Jewish students, they're outrageous. It's complete chaos on a lot of these college campuses. So yes, it's time for elected officials, it's time for university officials to step up and take action. It was interesting to hear your previous reporter talk about Columbia University and the steps that they have put in place that they want to see met by these students at 2 o'clock today. I hope the students meet those. You know, this isn't a time for a negotiation with students. Right. They have the right to protest, they have a right of free speech, but they certainly don't have the right to violent speech. They don't have a right to occupy space that the university is trying to get ready for college commencement. So it's nice to see some steps start to happen here and safe spaces for all students to start to be there once again.
But again, now we have to consider, because it's not just at Northeastern University, but the degree to which there may be outside influences at work here. I'm going to read to you what the Northeastern administration says about what's been happening on their campus, and I've heard some similar reports from other campuses. Quote, "What began as a student demonstration 2 days ago was infiltrated by professional organizers with no affiliation to Northeastern. Last night, the use of virulent anti-Semitic slurs, including 'killed the Jews,' crossed the line. We cannot tolerate this kind of hate on our campus." Now, I should mention that some protesters say that this is a false flag, that it might be a pro-Israeli group, but frankly, we've been hearing it enough around the country, at Columbia as well, that we have to be concerned about outside influences here.
Well, we're very concerned. We know that this certainly appears to be a coordinated effort. It moves from campus to campus. I think the university is wise in making sure that students, if they do leave that enclosure there at Columbia, that they sign out. We need to know who is there, and the university certainly has a right to know who's on their campus. You know, they have an obligation to provide a safe learning environment for all of their students, a safe space for all of their students. And when we see certain universities starting to say, you know, we're going to have all of our on-campus classrooms now closed, and you're going to have learning take place, you're canceling commencements, that's outrageous. It's ridiculous, and we need to step up and make sure that we get that safe environment back.
Particularly when other countries may have been involved. There have been suggestions that China, Qatar, or Iran may be involved. I hope the FBI is at least as interested in this as they are in investigating traditional Catholics, by the way. But quickly, I want to switch to your home state of Nebraska, which is cleaning up after a really, really tough long weekend of dealing with these storms. What's the very latest from the tornadoes and other storms?
You know, we had a huge tornadic system move through the state from Lincoln to Omaha, Bennington, Elkhorn, Blair, Nebraska. It was one of the most powerful tornadoes to move across this country in the last 11 years. But Nebraskans have a great spirit. We were out helping each other, neighbors helping neighbors. That's the Nebraska way. And we will continue to work with our governor and other elected officials, local officials, to make sure that we get the communities in need what they have need for. Volunteers, as I said, are making all the difference in these people who were hit by these storms, making all the difference in their lives, in helping them clean up and begin their recovery. Well,
our prayers to you. It's a very tough time. A lot of people have lost everything. Senator, thank you very much for being here. Appreciate it.
Thank you, David.